Hello! Today we're going to be doing something completely different from the norm. We're going to be looking at a game that is not Minecraft. This is Lego Worlds, which is basically Lego's attempt at Minecraft. Kind of. Not entirely, but kind of. So I've played this for a little bit. It looked pretty interesting, so I figured I'd make a video on it and show you the basics from what I've learned so far. So this is just kind of like the world loading screen. It's kind of nice. It kind of works a little bit similarly to Minecraft. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video. It's kind of like Minecraft. So you can basically just write a random seed, or you can just press this button and it will generate a random world for you. It looks a bit too watery. Maybe a different one. No, I'm going to be picky here. Yeah, it's pretty good. So we'll just confirm that, and the world will generate for us. And the way you spawn is actually quite funny, so let's take a look at that. It doesn't actually take too long to generate the world at all. It takes like, there you go. So you spawn like literally in the middle of the air, and you are hurtling towards the ground. There's a lot of lava in this world, and you crash and destroy everything. Well, okay, you don't destroy everything, but yep, you just spawn in the world, and immediately you'll notice that the world is entirely composed of Lego. Now, I've never actually played like any Lego games before, but from what I hear, none of them are actually about Lego. They just kind of got the sort of the Lego brand attached to it. But this is actually a game about Lego and playing with Lego. It's just a massive world composed entirely of Lego. Like, the character is Lego, these mushrooms are Lego, the train is Lego, everything is Lego. So let's take a little bit of a look around the world. So this is literally just purely sandbox, right? There's a little bit of an exploration element, but beyond that, it's really just messing around, having fun. So when you walk around the world, you're going to sort of encounter certain things. For example, this mushroom here is kind of like an object, and if you've not encountered it before, but I have, then it will kind of be added to your like memory or something, and I think you can kind of like just place those in the future. So you can't place these mushrooms unless you've discovered them. You can't place this pig unless you've discovered it before. Oh, he's gonna run away. I can't catch him. Like a wizard over there. If you've not encountered him, then you can't summon him. Whatever. Anyway, and you can punch these. If I can get in, there you go. You can punch them and you get coins. I'm not entirely sure what the coins do at the moment, but you get them, and I'm sure that will be useful at some point. So this is actually like an early access game on Steam, so yeah, it's not entirely fleshed out, but what there is here is pretty interesting. So yeah, there's not too much. Well, actually, there is quite a lot to explore. There's like different biomes and stuff, and it's quite pretty. But the place this game really shines is the customization. So very much like Minecraft, all of this world can be customized to your liking. What's that there? Is that some kind of barbecue? It's a barbecue! Or, I don't know, you can punch it and it'll give you loads and loads of coins. You can also hop on these horses if you want. Just press E. I think there are like dragons and like cars and stuff that you can drive as well, but I haven't... Oh, wait, yes I did. Please tell me I can ride this tractor. Can I ride the tractor? Please tell me I can. Oh, I can. I can. Ooh. This is new to me. Very interesting. Can we dig terrain? Really? Okay, let's try this out. This is my first impression here of this. Space. Holy cow. Oh my god. Alright, that is amazing. That is can we get like a little shot of that? What? Oh my god, that is amazing. That is so cool. Let's do that again. We can just plow through the train. That is so cool. Wow. So, yeah, the entire world is customizable to my I think. Oh no, we don't want to go. Jesus. Right, so in case this happens, like, can I get out of this, I wonder? Let's see. Can I go forward? There is the issue that sometimes you do get... I think I probably am stuck down here, unfortunately. Oh, I liked my thing. If we press E, we can probably... Oh, I can't see a thing. Hello? So I can actually get out of here. Was there another one of those? I hope there is. That was pretty fun. So as you can see, I just plowed through all of that terrain. That was pretty cool. So yeah, this game you can destroy and manipulate the terrain and stuff, and it's really, really cool. But that's not really the way that you'll... Well, actually, yeah, there is the way you're supposed to do it, but that's not the way I was thinking of it. I didn't even know you could do that, so that's really awesome. There is another one over there that's amazing. I'm going to be playing with that again in a minute. Alright, so let me show you the basics of it. So, if you go into the top left of the screen, there's a couple options. So we're going to start out with the terrain tool, which basically allows you to manipulate the kind of the environment, sort of sculpt it out a little bit. So let's take a look at this. So just press that, and we can pick a few options. We can pick paint, we can pick add terrain, remove terrain, flat terrain, etc. So let's just go with add terrain for now. And if you look to the left here, there are a few like material options. Like for example, what I've currently got is grass. I think this is dirt. This is sand. This is like a volcano rock or something. Let's maybe go for this, whatever that might be. Find an area and try and place a little bit of terrain. So we can just go here, for example, left click, and it will place some like Lego blocks, but terrain like that. And we can just kind of go over here, and then we can go over here, and over here, and over here, and over here, and just literally displace all of these things everywhere. And if we were to go back, exit, then we'll go back into the sort of character mode like that. And that is now, this stuff is now in our world. We can kind of walk on it, and we can't necessarily interact with it. Apparently he's waving to a tree or something. But that's pretty cool. We can actually also, there are more options. For example, we can smoothen that out to make it look a little bit more natural if you want to, like so. Do that. We can kind of like level this into the ground. Yeah, you could do some really, really, really cool stuff with this. Let's just try to sort of make this look like it's supposed to be here instead of just us splattered it down out of nowhere. Ah, this is really, really satisfying actually. That's so good. I want to play on that bloody tractor, what's it called? Forklift thing again. Alright. So, now that looks a little bit nicer. We can go back out, go back in this thing. So that's the terrain option. You can also change the... I haven't actually played with this too much. We can also change the colour of it. For example, I could put a little bit of sand there, or maybe a little bit of grass. Is that grass? Yeah, it is grass. Wow. That looks really nice. I really do like how this game looks. The performance of it is a little bit iffy at times, but like I really do like that sort of like plasticky look, that sort of reflective look of everything. It really does look nice. So let's go back into this mode. A little bit of a look at our handiwork. And I think that looks pretty nice, to be honest. It looks very sort of Lego-y. What's that? I thought there was a werewolf or something over there. But anyway, that's the terrain option. And there's also a second option. And that is the actual block by block placement. So we can actually like build very intricate buildings. If we go up here and go on the brick building option. And yes, you basically have all of these Lego blocks. Let me show you. You have all of these Lego blocks to work with. It's literally virtual Lego. Oh my god. So are you ready for this? Alright. Okay, so let's pick something. For example, we could pick this one. We can change the colour. Let's make it something nice and bright, like this sort of yellowy orange. We come over here, over here, and we can start placing. So just like that, just like that. Then we could come over here. Maybe I'll try and make it like a little cheese temple or something. That could definitely be interesting, a cheese temple. So you just place it literally wherever you want. Literally wherever you want. And it's really, really customizable. Like, we can change it to a different block type if we wanted to. For example, this one I haven't played with. We could rotate it, I think, if we press this one up here. And we can do that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Kind of look like a foot, isn't it? Maybe we'll make a foot instead of a cheese temple. So just do a little of that, and a that, and a that. That's definitely interesting. That's definitely interesting. We can also change the colours, I think, after the fact. Let's have a look at that. So if we go into the paint, we can change a little bit of it to blue if we wanted to. So for example, we could make this bit blue, and these bits blue. And then once we're done with that, we can actually go back into like player mode or third person mode and admire our handiwork. This is amazing. This is really, really cool. If you really, really like actual Lego, this seems like the ultimate Lego experience, because like, you know, when you were like a kid or something and you had like your Lego, you could never really make a world like this because you're always going to sort of be limited. You have unlimited Lego to play with, and that's really, really cool. But like I said, this is actually early access. It literally did come out today or yesterday, whenever this video is going out. So there's not the features aren't necessarily super duper fleshed out, and the performance is a little bit iffy at times. But what is here is actually really, really cool. And there's also like character customization. I've literally not looked at this whatsoever. Creatures. I see. Oh, so with those coins that I've been collecting, I think, allow you to purchase like characters. Ah, that makes sense. That's quite interesting, actually. So it kind of does encourage sort of exploration. So like the more you explore, the more coins you get. You can kind of place these. Oh, and there's these things like these pre-built buildings, for example, or trees or structures. So if I take that, I can place it over here, or I can place one like here. That. Am I going to place it? It takes a while, but then the world, the little guy will actually build that pre-generated structure. I don't know if that cost me any coins though. I think that one might have been free. Takes a while though, because it's obviously quite a large structure. Oh, it's so satisfying. It is so satisfying, this. It's all made of Lego. It's all made of Lego. And I think we can actually even manipulate this tree. Once this is done, it's almost done. We should be able to add like, or remove. I actually haven't looked at that. Let's try and see. Whoa! Hello. Where's the... There we go. Is there like a remove brick option, I wonder? What's that one? Overlap. Paint. Rotate brick. Interesting. Let's see. If we go, for example, this one, we take a red one. Where's that tree that we just placed? It's over here. So if we go... The controls are a little bit finicky, I found as well. Whoa! The controls are a little bit finicky because you're in this sort of like camera mode. So if we come over here, can we place that? We can. So these aren't just like, these are actual, this seems to use the exact same system as all the other bits of the world. They're all just made of Lego blocks. This is amazing. This is really, really cool. And, you know, this game kind of came out of nowhere, I think. Like, I don't think there was like any like announcement. I don't know if anyone actually knew it existed or anything. But it sort of was just, they just released it yesterday, early access on Steam. And it looks really, really cool. So like I said, the stuff hasn't really been super duper fleshed out yet. But it does look really, really promising. It looks really quite nice. I did have to turn the settings down because, again, there are a few performance issues at the moment. But, yeah, there's definitely some promise in this game. It could maybe be one of those, an actual competitor to Minecraft at some point, if depending on how they go about it. Because, yeah, there's a lot of customization in this. It's sort of supported by sort of like an official Lego company. And, yeah, I'm having some serious fun with this. But that's pretty much all I have for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this kind of different experience than the normal videos. What you think of the game. Maybe if you have any other suggestions. If you want to see these continue, I don't know. Let me know. I'm having a little bit of fun. Oh man. Oh yes. Oh yes. 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 Yeah. If you enjoyed the video, a like is always appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.